Hello, happy new year. My name is Olivia. Welcome back to my channel and don't forget to subscribe. Today I am going to be talking to you about my New Year's intentions from last year and the goals that I am taking with me into the new year as well. So first off, I just wanted to say that I am not calling them resolutions. I am calling them intentions because I just feel, oh, airplane's going by. I'm calling them resolutions instead of intentions because I feel like resolutions just has kind of like a negative connotation where it's like, oh, if I didn't achieve all of these things, then like I'm a failure and like this year was a waste. Like it just puts, at least for me, like a lot of pressure on myself. Whereas intentions is just, it almost is like a more relaxing term for it. Or like relaxed term where it's like, okay, I'm intending to do these things. I'm going to work this year to at least try and work towards these goals, if not accomplish them. Just kind of being more mindful about the journey as opposed to the destination. So my big intention for last year, I kind of had like an overarching one of taking care of myself, and not just like the self-care like do face mask and online shop, although of course I did both of those things, but really like taking care of my body and taking care of my brain as well, honestly. So the first big thing was my mental health. It's always been a bit rocky. Obviously 2020 was horrendous. So my mental health was also horrendous. And although I have not yet found a therapist, I am going to try to find one this upcoming year. But for now, I was able to talk to a psychiatrist and get the meds I needed to kind of keep myself in check. And obviously I need therapy to go along with that. I'm not saying that meds are like a cure-all, but they definitely have helped me function to get through my day-to-day life. So I took care of myself in that way. And one of my other big things under that umbrella was to make appointments and go to them. I have a weird phone anxiety. Like I don't like talking on the phone. I always think people on the other end are gonna be like mean or rude. I have no idea why. They usually are always very pleasant. But before this point, I was literally just flying home and would go to my pediatrician or my childhood dentist, and my appointments would be set up through my mother. God bless her. But I definitely needed to improve in that realm and get my own people out here and also make those appointments for myself. So I was able to find a doctor, a dentist, my psychiatrist, as I said. I've also been to the dermatologist out here now. So, we're really stepping it up. We have adult doctors and dentists and everything now who can actually help me take care of my issues, and which is great. On New Year's Eve, I just took the time to not only self-reflect on this past year and my intention for 2020, but also taking out my journal and spending some time thinking about the intentions for 2021. So as I said, I am planning on taking my self-care journey intentions into this year because it is a journey. My self-care is not done. It should never be done. It's an ongoing thing. But especially this year, I want to find a therapist and start regularly attending therapy. I had actually found a therapist out in LA a while ago. I went to a few sessions, which is great. I ended up missing a session and just never went back. It was kind of a mix of like, I had a male therapist and I wanted a female therapist. And the other part was the fact that I missed an appointment and then I never contacted him again because, going along with my fear of talking on the phone and thinking people are going to be mad at me, I thought my therapist, who is supposed to be the most understanding person in my life, was going to be upset that I missed my therapy session. He kept calling me, I kept avoiding it, making it a bigger problem, causing me more anxiety, to the point where I said I can never contact him again because then he'll want to talk to me about my phone phobia, which is probably something I need to talk about with my new therapist. So I'm going to do that. I want to continue to keep taking my meds, make sure they're working. I want to continue checking in with the doctor, my psychiatrist, going to the dentist, just making sure my body and mind are healthy. Along with that, you know, the usual, I'm gonna eat healthier, drink more water, exercise, blah, blah, blah. We're still in a pandemic. We're still not thriving as a country. So, you know, I'm gonna do the best I can. You do the best you can. But if you're not exercising and drinking a green smoothie every day, it's okay. Neither am I, and we're gonna be fine. Professionally, this is a big one as well. Professionally, my intentions surround finding a teaching job. Obviously, I love my current job right now, but my goal in life is to become an early education teacher. So I'm hoping that eventually schools will be able to safely open back up and positions will be open where I can kind of swoop in and get started with my career, you know? So I'm hoping, yeah, so I'm hoping to get a teaching job in the 2021-2022 school year, which doesn't sound like a real year at all. But that is my goal. Another one of my intentions last year was to both read more and listen to more podcasts, which I can say I actually did because I was unemployed for several months and also just stuck inside. I read so much this past year and I was able to listen to so many podcasts, whether it was in my car when I was employed or at home, like cleaning, just doing the laundry, whatever. I was able to still continue to kind of work my brain muscles a little bit, learn some new stuff, indulge in some reading, listen to funny podcasts as well, but also take the time to really educate myself. So whether it be learning how to be more productive on a podcast or reading books to help learn how to support the LGBTQ community and the Black community, people of color. I think it's so important not only to read for pleasure and read fiction, fun books, whatever you're into, but also to take that and bring it into the real world, you know, figure out how you can support either the people in your life, if they fall under those categories, or just people in general. You know, we all deserve some rights. So I think that is important, and I want to bring that in with me as well into this year. I would say more in a wide scope. I would love to become more sustainable. Right now I am reusing my bags for the grocery store. I have reusable cups. I have not plastic straws. I have glass straws in place of plastic straws. But I still feel like there is a lot to be done. Obviously, with the climate crisis, I think it's so important for us to take little steps and hopefully big actions every day. So I want to do more research on that, start doing more meatless meals, more vegetarian, healthy not only for my body, but for the planet as well. Personally, I would also like to focus more on my hobbies, which I can finally say I have a few hobbies. So other than reading and just binge watching the same 3 shows every day, I have obviously gotten into YouTube and into Instagram as well. I've always been on Instagram, but I really, over the pandemic, have just been able to get more creative with my shoot ideas, I'm wearing a sweatshirt today, but like my fashion I've been able to expand upon, and obviously creating content for you guys. So I want to make time to pursue those interests. I feel like before the pandemic hit, I was always go, go, go. I didn't really give myself a lot of time to focus on things that like interest me, potential hobbies. It was always like, okay, work, this, that, the other thing, like never stopping to slow down. And so I want to honor those interests and make sure that I am working my creative muscles and making sure that I am making consistent content. So I think those are all my intentions going into 2021. I'm sure as the month progresses, the year progresses, maybe I'll come up with some new intentions as well. I think it is important to not just lock yourself into this, but as things change and as you change, to also alter your intentions, add some, take some away if it's not really doing it for you anymore. I also wanted to note that it's okay if you don't have any intentions. It's okay if you need to call them resolutions so you can kind of get down to business. I personally just like to kind of reflect on the past year, write down some intentions for the new year, just so I have some guidance for myself. I also just really need to physically write things down so I can look back at them, and it just helps me to kind of get in that state of mind of like being mindful about where I'm spending my time, what I'm spending my time on. If you have any intentions for this year or any that you had from last year, I would love for you to comment down below, share them with me. I'm always interested in hearing about other people's goals, and I hope you're interested in hearing about mine. So I just wanted to thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me in the new year. Please don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, you can leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. Happy New Year. Bye.